Alright, so a lot of people ask me how to improve at the game, how to get better. What are some really easy things to do? And probably one of the easiest is laning phase. There are a lot of different sort of nuances that go into laning phase that most people don't consider. And so it makes it something that you don't see a lot of. Like, you can see people who win lane phase all the time, but they're not really good at laning. And so I'm going to go over like how to win lane, how to do it even if you're not the greatest at lane, and how to snowball a lead off that. Alright, so first and foremost, especially if you're inexperienced, you want to look up what the opponent does. You want to know cooldowns, you want to know ability ranges, skill shots, and this goes for both the mid laner and the jungler especially. If you're in low elo, you're not going to see top or even support gank that much, so you just want to focus on the mid laner and the jungler. I know that they have a Lux, and Lux is long range, high cooldowns, and that's going to be important. And I also know that they have Kayn, so I have to be extremely careful around these walls. I know he can come in and gank from this side as well as this side. But what my general strategy is going to be is I want to push. I want to make sure that I get the lane around here because I want to make sure that Lux can't poke me. With high range champions, you want to push. You want to make sure that they're under the threat of the wave going to their tower. Because if it goes to their tower, they're going to lose experience. They're going to lose gold. Because if they throw out their AoE ability just to CS one minion, they're probably going to lose 2 or 3 more to the tower. And they want to try avoid that. This is especially true with Lux because of her high cooldowns. Also, I know because it's Kayn, I'm going to win the 2v2s because I have a Gragas. Gragas is almost always going to flash under tower. Or not under tower. They're going to flash the mid lane around level 3. At level 5, they could flash under tower. Easy to pick up kills. Lux is going to be under constant pressure. And I want to get this lane here so that I can just keep poking her without having to worry that she's going to damage me back. So what I'm going to do right now is, when you're playing League, you want to focus on making sure that you force these people into a wrong move. If they misstep, that's going to make it a lot easier for you. And so I'm playing back right now. I'm hoping that she throws out an early E. I want to stay away from the minions for right now because I know that if she throws out an E on me, she's only going to hit me. And that leaves the wave up to being pushed. I'm going to keep pushing right now, and I'm going to make sure that she can't really hit me, and if she does, then I punish her. And I don't even have to wait. She throws out the E really early, and so I'm able to push up, and I'm able to push the wave to her side. And now I'm able to trade with her because I don't have to worry so much about the minions dying at the same time. She throws out an extra E, and so I know that she's going to be unable to punish me for another short while. I hit level 2, and because she still has her E on cooldown, I'm able to punish right there. And take very little damage in return. And because she just used it again, I can continue pushing. Even though the wave is on my side, more of my minions are present, and so it's just going to push to her. And she doesn't really have an option now besides pushing to make sure that it doesn't crash into her tower. There's no way she's going to be trading with me for a while, so I'm resting pretty easy. I go for a Q here because I know she can't trade with me. I ultimately miss it, but I do still continue pushing, so she's got to be extraordinarily careful here. I'm able to push, and I win the trade right there. She's pretty low health, and I force a potion early. If I landed that E right there, I would have at least forced cleanse, but I don't. It doesn't really matter though because the lane is 1 at this point. I've got the wave right around here, right where I wanted. I've got the wave, able to push right back to that spot, and there's not much you can do about it. I didn't know where Kayn was though, so I didn't want to go too aggressive. It wasn't until about a minute ago that I knew where Kayn was, so I wasn't afraid of actually aggressing on her. I know now that he's there. I want to go in, but because I don't know how Maokai and Gragas are doing, because I wasn't paying attention to the map, I do end up walking up closer to the side. As soon as I realized that they got the kill though, I moved back in the lane. And here's where Lux misplays. The wave is right about here, so she's trying to make sure that it stays from pushing over on that side. She wants to make sure that it's not one-sided like I've been doing so far, and that opens me up to get close to her without much retaliation. So I throw the Q, go for the auto attack, get Thunderwood, and she waits too long. I'm able to position into place to land this charm. Burns her cleanse, and because I still have enough mana for my W and my ignites up, I'm able to flash it and kill her right there. And that's the start of winning the lane. Even if she backed right there, I would still be able to do this. This is what really makes you win a lane. When someone backs or they dies, you push the wave to their tower. You want to make sure that as much of it falls into their tower as possible, because this denies them CS, it denies them the experience, as well as the gold. And she's going to follow behind it. Later on in the game, she ends up having like 80 CS when I have 125, and it's because of this snowballing right here. What makes this even better is Kayn goes up to meet the wave. And by doing so, he makes sure that the wave doesn't go to waste, but he also reveals himself on the map. And this generates a lot of pressure, or alleviate on the enemy team as well as alleviates pressure on my team. And on top of that, because Lux missed that CS and that experience, she's already behind me in my lane, and so I can win my lane easier, and I don't have to worry about the other lanes getting ganked by Kayn. That is effectively how you win laning phase.